we actually created a web page that is used to house all of our documentation and assets, as well as a web application. So I'm going to show you the web page that was created. So I'm going to share my screen right now. So here we go. So this is the web page that Christine created in order to showcase all of this information. So a great reason to do a web page is to have all of your documentation, especially if you have it in multiple forms like we do, all in one place. So members of your team can actually go in and bookmark it and refer back to it whenever they need it. So here what you can see is our return to office video that we created is right at the top, since this is something that we want the team to see right away. And then as you scroll down, all of the other information and policies are all broken down into really digestible bullet points so that people are really easily able to find the information that they're looking for. A couple things that are pretty unique to the web page versus the other types of information that we've showed you so far, is that the web page is actually mobile responsive. So if I go in here and change my screen size, the web page is going to resize appropriately. So your team is going to be able to view all of this information on multiple different types of screens, whether that's their phone or a tablet, and they'll have access to this information no matter what kind of device they are working on. Also, on our particular page, we added a couple of unique items that's really going to be helpful for the employees. So as you scroll down, you can see that all the information is broken out into bullets, like I said before, with handy icons to keep things visual so people are able to find things quickly. And then once you get down to the bottom, we do have a downloads and resources section. So you're able to download our interactive PDF directly from here, so someone can print it out if they want to or save it to their computer. And we also have a couple other resources that we found helpful, like a link to the CDC website or the Massachusetts COVID tracker. Also, we do have a questions and comments section down here at the bottom. So if an employee has a question that might not necessarily be super urgent, or their manager is out of office and they do need something answered, they can type a question into this section here and get their question answered. So you can also use this method to showcase your COVID policies or any other information for your customers as well. So if this page was public on our website, our customers would technically also be able to submit questions here too. So if they wanted to really understand how we were working to protect both our employees and our customers, they would be able to ask a question. So on the topic of protecting our employees and our customers, we also created a COVID questionnaire web application. So this is something that can be done a couple different ways. So you could do it through an actual web application, or you could do it through creating a form. So first, I'm going to show you the web application that we created. This was pretty unique. It came to us from a customer that was looking to solve a problem. They were looking to be able to have their employees kind of track their health and possible symptoms and give that information to managers so that everyone could understand whether or not they were going to be able to come into the office depending on how they were feeling. And that way there would be no gray area really for the employees. So the purpose of the app is to have a safe way for companies to assure their employees that they're following the guidelines that are set by the company and the government. And each day the employees would complete the questionnaire on their phone or their computer at home just by visiting the link provided by the company. If necessary, they would be asked to refrain from entering the office if they're showing symptoms, and if they're not showing symptoms, they would be able to go to work just as normal. So the results of the questionnaire are stored securely, and I can actually show you this example right now. Let me just share my screen with you once again. Okay, so this is actually the framework for the questionnaire application that we built. It's a really, really simple application that people can use right on their phone. First thing you would need to do is enter your name and your email and hit continue. Then it's going to list off all of the potential, it's going to list off all of the different symptoms that you could potentially be feeling. So the employee would just go through and see if any of these things applied to them. So I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm going to say that I've got a sore throat. That's really all. So I'm going to check no on the rest of these here. And then once I've gone through the questionnaire, I'm going to hit next. It's going to present me with a confirmation stating that I acknowledge that the answers are accurate to the best of my knowledge and represent my symptoms. Hit confirm and submit. And now, since I said that I had a sore throat, it's going to ask me to refrain from entering the office and follow proper health guidelines set forth by the CDC. As a manager, you would actually have access to the results page as well. So you would actually be able to see what the different employees' symptoms were, and if someone failed the questionnaire and had to refrain from going into the office. I'm going to show you a live example of something like this in action. We do have another group that did something very similar. Northeast Arc is a customer of ours, and they actually implemented a similar form style questionnaire on their website. And I'm going to show you that as another example. Let me just share my screen with you one last time. Okay, so this one is, like I said, a simple form that was implemented on their website. So same idea. An employee would enter in their name and then work through the list of possible symptoms. So I'm going to just check off once again, I've got a sore throat, and the results here I would choose one of these two boxes. So since I checked off a box, I'm going to say that I'm going to have to call the residential on-call nursing phone number and let them know that I am experiencing symptoms. Hit next. Next, it brings you to an acknowledgement to sign that your answers are true to the best of your knowledge. And this particular form is HIPAA compliant because they are collecting health data. So this is a great example of how you can use your website to collect this kind of information and protect your employees and your customers by making sure that everyone is following the CDC guidelines and staying healthy and only going into the office when they're healthy.